DC League of Super Pets: The Adventures of Crypto and Ace is developed by PHL Collective, published by Outright Games, and was released on July 15, 2022. This game loosely follows the events of the DC League of Super Pets movie released on July 29th of 2022. Lex Luthor has gone on a pet napping spree throughout Metropolis, and it's up to Crypto and Ace to save the day. You go through the levels in this shooter-style game in the vein of something like Star Fox or Space Harrier, where you are continuously moving forward, and you can shoot enemies along your path, collect collectibles, and dodge oncoming fire from your foes.
Another evil robot down!
This style of shooter seems to be on the decline, so I found it nice to see a children's game presented this way. The graphics are clean and the art style mimics the movie nicely. You can choose between either Ace and Crypto, with the only big differences between them being voice acting and their special attack. The voice acting isn't anything to write home about, and between that and the loud music that is constantly playing, you may get an earache. Crypto's special attack lets him unleash his eye laser beams, and Ace gets 2 clones of himself. Ace is the clear winner when it comes to being the most versatile, since his special ability covers a wider area, while Crypto's is pretty pointless, since you are only pinpointing an area that you are going to shoot anyways.
We're doing amazing work together!
Since the story is based in Metropolis, all you ever see are a bunch of buildings that all look the same. There's not a good variety of levels. Sometimes you're flying up high, and other times you're more ground level, but the scenery never really changes. There are some quick time event moments, small skill trees, and an adoption minigame to spruce up the gameplay, but there is nothing incredibly substantial besides the main flying and shooting elements. DC League of Super Pets: The Adventures of Crypto and Ace is a fun on-rails shooting game with nothing really truly wrong with it, but nothing appealing either. Progression is stale because it's almost like you are playing the same levels over and over, but the actual gameplay and taking down foes is fun.
I love wrecking Lexbots! Oh.
I give DC League of Super Pets: The Adventures of Crypto and Ace a 5.5 out of 10.
Speed power!
Jumanji the video game is developed by Funsolve Ltd, published by Outright Games, and was released on November 8, 2019. The 1995 Jumanji film won the hearts of many and is a classic. There's been plenty of Jumanji merchandise, and even more now with the 2017 reboot, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, and its 2019 sequel, Jumanji The Next Level, where instead of Jumanji being a board game, it's a video game. Jumanji the video game is based off of the newer movies. Jumanji the video game is a shooter where you make your way to different parts of a level and take down the bad guys. There are 4 different levels, each with their own unique environment that can be played on the 3 difficulties: easy, medium, and hard. Your goal is to make it to the end of the level to reach the shrine and grab the jewel. You can choose to be one of the 4 main characters, and they each have a special ability. Leveling up characters by simply playing the game with that character will unlock weapon skins and outfit colors. The game can also be played offline or online with others. I had a lot of fun with Jumanji. The controls feel a bit loose during some actions, and the animations are pretty stiff, but it's a fun game to play by yourself and with others. It's fun in an arcade type of way. There's hardly any impact with your weapons and the enemies, and I ran into glitches where doors won't open and I would have to start the level over. But it's one of those games where it's fun because of how uncomplicated it is. Playing a level over and over to try to fully master it, and picking up medkits strategically, is entertaining enough to keep coming back to it to try out different characters and their abilities.
My weapon is back to normal.
I give Jumanji the video game a 6.5 out of 10.
Just Scrat.
Sopped up.
Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure is developed by Just Add Water, published by Outright Games, and was released on October 18th of 2019. Scrat quickly became a fan favorite from the Ice Age movies due to his quirky and zany behaviors. It's always comical how far he'll go to get an acorn, and this game shows exactly that. While Scrat is chasing an acorn, it falls into a Scratozoan temple and gets stuck. Scrat must travel to different parts of the land and collect the crystal nuts and bring them back to the temple to release it. Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure is an action-adventure with some platforming. Scrat can attack different enemies, like bugs, and gain new abilities, like a double jump. Scrat can also dodge and throw rocks to hit flying enemies, or to hit enemies from afar. Controlling Scrat can be shaky at times, especially trying to pull off some of the game's tricky jumps. Sometimes it feels as if you are sliding around on ice, and some climbing sections just end up not working properly. The game is delightful though, by Scrat himself being quite amusing with his antics and some nice varied environments. Backtracking with new abilities to find more collectibles is enjoyable. The game has some nice entertaining breakups from the gameplay by having boss fights and other scripted events. Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure is a charming game that is diverting to the end. I give Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure a 7 out of 10.